Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new Ninjago video here on the channel. My name is TannerFishies. In today's video, I would like to very quickly discuss Harumi in Ninjago Crystalized and the current discussion from the Ninjago community about whether or not Harumi as a character can be redeemed in Ninjago Crystalized. In today's video, I just want to give my quick thoughts on the subject, talk about maybe some aspects of Harumi's character that can be redeemed and some other aspects that can't, because at the end of the day, what we're talking about here is a fictional TV show villain that really doesn't have any major impact on the world itself, at least from what I can see. Like I said, there's been a lot of discourse surrounding whether or not Harumi as a character can be redeemed. From what I've seen in my comment section specifically, it seems like people are kind of split 50-50 on this subject. Some folks think that it's impossible to redeem Harumi, while others see Harumi's redemption as something that already exists out there in the Ninjago TV series. Now, in the Ninjago series, we've seen villains get redeemed before. Characters like Garmadon, even Pythor to an extent, especially characters like Moro. Those characters have been redeemed before after doing a lot of really not so great things, because of course they are villains at the end of the day, but they've kind of redeemed themselves as characters, or at least set themselves up on the path to success, the path of good, at some point during Ninjago's run. And even in the case of Harumi herself, she's done good things before. Not really a lot to redeem herself per se, but enough to get her started on the right track. I've talked about this in other videos before, and this is also something that Ninjago fans discuss when talking about Harumi's redemption, but in Ninjago Hunted, she kind of redeemed herself right before she died. Her final actions, in my opinion, were a sign of good, after she saved a family from suffering a similar fate to her own right before she eventually died in Ninjago Hunted. Now, the circumstances surrounding Harumi's return have not been made fully apparent just yet, as Ninjago Crystalized Part 2 has not yet been released as of the time of recording this video, but Harumi went down kind of fighting as a hero, in my opinion. Not enough to redeem all of her horrific actions earlier in the Oni trilogy, but she certainly did not go out as a full-blooded villain, in my opinion. That final shot of her and Lloyd exchanging looks, Lloyd recognized exactly what Harumi was doing, and I believe he saw the good in her. So in my humble opinion, and of course this is just my opinion, Harumi can indeed be redeemed in Ninjago Crystalized. I'm not afraid to admit that I would love to see Harumi fighting on the good side, fighting alongside Lloyd and the ninja, trying to do something good after doing a lot of bad throughout her entire life. At the same time though, I do understand why some people don't want Harumi to be redeemed. I do understand that not every Ninjago villain needs to be redeemed, and we've certainly seen villains go down as evil. For example, Nadokon, the Time Twins. We've had villains like that before, but Harumi, I think she's definitely not one of them. There's been a lot of discussion surrounding Harumi's treatment to Lloyd in the Ninjago series and why some people don't like how Harumi can be redeemed and get away with doing a lot of horrible things to Lloyd in the process. However, Harumi being redeemed does not mean that her crimes will go unnoticed or even unpunished. I've always said that after Harumi's redemption, maybe she could actually spend some time in prison, but also building herself up even more to continue along that path of good once she eventually does get out of prison for her crimes. And in terms of her relationship with Lloyd specifically, yeah, I feel like she's done a lot of horrible things to Lloyd. Obviously, as a villain, that's what she does. And taking a mental manipulation strategy to the whole thing was definitely a unique way for a Ninjago villain to do harm to a ninja. However, that does not mean that she can't be redeemed, in my opinion. Though I do understand why some people just do not want Harumi to be redeemed at all. And if that's personally how you feel, fantastic. I'm not going to try to change anybody's opinions on this subject. I just can't really follow the notion of Harumi not being allowed to have a redemption arc when characters like Garmadon can be redeemed in the show and fans are totally okay with it. Garmadon did a lot of really bad stuff to Lloyd as well during the Oni trilogy, throwing him through walls, declaring him not to be his son, nearly killing him during several sequences in the Oni trilogy, yet people are a-okay with Garmadon's redemption, and his subsequent return as a good guy during Ninjago Crystalized. Like, I'm totally okay with Garmadon's redemption as well. I think Garmadon is a fantastically written character, and I'm excited to see him acting on the side of good again in Ninjago Crystalized, but Harumi at the same time, I can't really see her any differently than how I see Garmadon's redemption, as something that is seemingly impossible, yet still possible at the same time. In my opinion, if the Ninjago series can redeem Garmadon, and if fans can handle Garmadon's redemption, I'm not really sure why there's such a huge hesitation for Harumi to be redeemed. Ultimately, at the end of the day, if Ninjago Crystalized decides to keep Harumi as a villain, I'd be okay with that as well. I just think a redemption for Harumi is possible, and I honestly don't understand why so many fans are adamant that she can't have a redemption. So with that being said, guys, that'll pretty much wrap it up for my thoughts here today. I just wanted to make a really quick video going over my thoughts on Harumi's possible redemption in Ninjago Crystalized and how I would feel about it if that eventually did happen. And if you guys are interested, maybe we could discuss some of your guys' comments even further in a future upload. I'm very curious to see how the other side thinks about this, the side that thinks that Harumi cannot be redeemed. So feel free to use the comment section to your advantage, and I will definitely be looking at those comments. Leave all your thoughts down below, you guys. Could Harumi be redeemed as a villain in Ninjago Crystalized? Yes or no? Leave all your thoughts down below. Thank you all so much for watching today's video. If you enjoyed today's upload, be sure to like and subscribe, do all that fun stuff, and I will talk to you guys again in the next video. Peace.